What's up? It's your boy Trey Flip. We out here with the legendary Mike Burnett with Thrasher Magazine. Welcome to the channel, Trolley Stop. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it, man. How's your day been going?
So far, so good. Little working Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
The little weekend going.
Yep. I'll be working all weekend too. You know, that's when we go skating, of course.
It's a go time, huh?
Yep.
All day.
That's when we're in the streets.
So let's break it down. So where are you from?
I grew up in Texas.
Really?
I lived in Lubbock and College Station, both little towns.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the University of Colorado in Boulder.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And then I moved. Then I got the job as a. I didn't get the job. I got a photo retainer for Thrasher.
Really?
In 1998, on the condition that I moved to Southern California because they didn't have a Southern California photographer at that time.
Okay, let's not just jump into that. So how did you talk to them? How did that happen?
I used to make, you probably remember these, I used to make skate zines.
Mm-hmm.
Before the internet, before Instagram, you would make skaters all around the world would take pictures of their friends and make their own like homemade magazine newsletter thing.
Yeah, like a little mixtape.
Yeah, so I made those. That's what I did. I loved skateboarding and taking pictures and writing so much that I just made my own.
That's amazing.
And I would just send them out, you know?
Yeah. So did you reach out to them? They reach out to you? How did that happen?
I think I sent them to anybody. You look through the magazines and you'd see the addresses.
Yeah.
And I'd just send them out. And what happened was a dude I knew had got a thing run in Thrasher.
Yeah.
I was like, how'd you do that? He's like, I just called him. So I just called him. I looked at the number in the magazine and I called him and I was like, can I talk to Jake Phelps? And they're like, yeah. So I got on the phone with Jake. I was like, I want to do an article about Colorado. He's like, all right, do your best.
That's amazing.
That was it, yeah.
So you talked to Jake the first time you got on the phone with him?
Yeah.
That's amazing. So,
yeah.
So then what year did you move over here?
98.
98?
April of 98, I moved to California.
So where'd you land in Cali?
I lived in San Pedro. Because I only had one friend in California and that's where he lived, and he's like, come on out.
Who's that? Is it
Andy Harris, yeah. He's one of the guys that built Channel Street.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Still skates.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. So then from there, where'd you go?
Was there for about a year, and then another friend of mine from Colorado lived here in Encinitas.
Okay.
He got a job at Transworld, so he's coming out, and I'd go see him on the weekends, and I was like, ooh, this is by the beach. This is nicer than San Pedro.
Yeah.
Because San Pedro was kind of a culture shock from Boulder, Colorado, which is a very beautiful, nice town, and San Pedro's beautiful too, but it can be a little rugged, especially where we lived.
Definitely.
So I was like, man, I got to get down there. But I didn't make it all. Somehow we found a place down by my other friend down near downtown.
Yeah.
In Golden Hill.
Oh, nice.
So then we moved down there.
Oh, that's where you said by Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Nice. So
yeah, Kevin from the Look Back Library.
Yes.
I knew him, so we went down there to hang out with him, and we saw this house.
Shout out to Kevin.
We saw this house for rent in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh, we want to go to San Diego anyway. So we were there. We were there for like a year or so too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. And then you were shooting with Thrasher and everything?
Yeah,
already? That's amazing.
Yep, just trying to get my foot in the door, just calling people, trying to link up with skaters.
Were you already getting pictures in the mag already at that time?
I'd had little things, like I said, like I had like my Colorado article, like I had like...
And that got ran and everything?
Like I had like a one-off photo here and there, but not much. It was hard.
Really?
Not being in California, not being around pro skaters, you know? Because like the dudes I knew ripped, but not like...
Yeah.
Not like that, you know?
Who was running it at that time, you would say, on Thrasher? Like
Jake.
Yeah?
Jake was the editor, still.
He was doing photos and all that?
Well, Luke Ogden was the photo editor. That's who I worked with at first.
That's why I was wondering who was running it before you.
Yeah. So it was Jake and Luke, and Jake had taken over from the original editor, Kevin Thatcher.
Yeah.
So the mag started in 81.
Oh, wow.
And I think Jake became the editor in maybe 96, 95, 96. So yeah, so that's when, so I got started with those guys.
Wow, that's a skate Bible right there, you guys.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was very, very fortunate timing.
All right, so what age did you pick up a camera?
Kind of late. In college, maybe like I'd say 20, probably like 20. I had one in high school,
yeah,
but like not, and I took like the high school photo class, but didn't really, you know, just fooling around. And then in college, I was like, I want to learn how to take skateboarding pictures like the ones in the magazines. Like, I got to figure this out. So I realized like how to get different lenses, better equipment, you know, and like back then, again, no internet or very primitive internet. Like
technology.
You couldn't just Google it. So like you're going into the camera store and like the fucking wedding photographers giving you suggestions on what to get.
On
it was
pictures,
it was like, tough, man. It was tough even to figure it out. Was really hard, you know.
Do you know your first camera?
Yeah, the Pentax K1000.
Nice.
That's like the student camera. Like,
do you happen to still have it or no?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think I have it. I think I handed it off to a friend, you know, who wanted to get started.
The cycle of life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So do you remember the first photo you took of skateboarding? Like if it was your friend or?
Well, as a kid, you just take pictures of your friend flying off the jump ramp or whatever.
Loading dock or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So I did a little bit of that. And then where I grew up in Texas, an hour away was Houston, and they had pro contests there.
Oh, nice.
So once a year I'd go, and you go to the pro contest, and so I have pictures like, one year I like got up onto the platform of the vert ramp.
Yeah.
And so like I have pictures, I have like photos of like Danny Way when he was 12. Cause
really?
like, yeah, but I was a kid too, like I just snuck up there, you know?
That's amazing.
So that's pretty cool. Like, and they're like real. It was with a real camera. It wasn't like a point and shoot.
Yeah. Was
so
it the actual?
It was like the actual one where
photo?
you have to wind it. Yeah,
oh
yeah.
My God. So you had to develop the film and everything.
Yeah, I did it in class. Yeah. So that was cool.
Are they still there? The photos?
Yeah, I still have
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
For sure.
You gotta bring that up.
I run some of them because I have a photo of Chris Miller that's actually pretty good that I've run in the magazine before.
Back then?
No, like as like a throwback.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What was your first job, I would say, before skateboarding? What were you doing?
Dude, I worked at Quiznos Classic Subs.
Nice.
I was the prep guy, so I had to get there first thing in the morning and chop. You slice all the bread, small, medium, large.
Oh my God.
You get they had the automatic cutters called the Hobart. And you'd get the giant thing of onions, and you'd get.
Do it.
And you'd fill the buckets, you know, and then you fill them in the assembly tray.
Yeah.
And then you'd have all the spares underneath on deck. So I'd do that. I'd be the prep guy, so I'd be there first thing in the morning until like after the lunch rush. So I did that maybe a year and a half, just part time. Yeah.
So right before, like, you were talking to Jake.
No, yeah. I mean, that was when I was still in college.
Oh, okay.
And then they built the skate park, but remember those 90s skate parks? It was like, you know, you got to fill out the form. It was like a YMCA type park, but I got the job like the guy in the booth.
Yeah.
So I was like in the booth at the skate park working for the YMCA.
Yeah.
And I would teach like the summer camps and stuff.
Oh,
so that was my second. That was a super easy job.
Yeah. I did skate camp. That's so fun.
Except for that was like, you got to remember this is like 93, 94. So this is when rollerblading first got big.
Yeah.
So literally every other day, kid was like,
broken arm.
So many broken arms, broken legs, knocked teeth out. Like I got over like being like squeamish. Dude,
horrible. Yeah, because
I saw like 6 broken legs. Easy.
And then to see their face and the reaction, you're just like,
I remember picking up the teeth off the floor because they were pretty big, like knocked out. So I was like, maybe they can put them back in.
Oh my God! What year was that?
Like summer of '93 or summer of '94, I think. Yeah. So I had those jobs, and then me and my buddies got a job in Oregon for the summer at the snowboard camps. So
nice.
At Mount Hood, they had these snowboard camps because there's snow year-round.
Yeah.
But we got the job to build the ramps for the skate park.
Really?
So we'd go up there and we'd build the ramps in the beginning of the summer, fuck around all summer, and then we'd take them apart at the end of the summer and have to like load it all up.
That's dope.
So we did that one summer. That was actually hilarious. Like it was ridiculously fun. Just like imagine you and all your dumb buddies just like
Chula.
We were not qualified, you know?
Horrible.
And that was like the summer, like Burnside had started in Portland.
Oh, nice.
So we would go down there on the weekends, and like at that time, like riding concrete skate parks was brand new for us.
Really?
You know, because I grew up on like shitty wood, you know.
Oh, okay.
So that was super cool to get to skate like, you know, a big concrete park.
Definitely.
That was like a big thrill
big
too.
Difference, like transition for sure.
So I love Oregon. I like going back there. I usually go back there a few times a year.
I only been there once and it was amazing.
It's nice.
It was
very nice.
It's like Seattle. Cause I have family out there. So beautiful. The woods, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So let's get into I just want to walk through like tell me how working with Jake and everything, how that was meeting him, and let's just walk through how he was to you and what he meant to skateboarding.
Yeah. Well, you know, you've met him. Like, he's intimidating at first.
Wow.
But he's got a great sense of humor. I got along with him great because I'm quick. Like, he talks some shit, I'll talk some shit back and just make him laugh. And like, he likes to talk about very, like history. He likes a lot of little facts. Like, he knows a lot about a lot of subjects.
Yeah.
I kind of do too. So we would just like, whatever he wants to talk about, like I'll keep him entertained, you know?
Like Snapple Top.
Yeah. So it's just like, we had that in common. We both know a lot of skateboarding facts too.
Yeah.
So we could talk about skateboarding together, you know, which is like, and
that was endless.
Yeah. So and he gave me a chance, which was huge, you know? He didn't really know me and he gave me a chance.
He didn't have to, yeah.
And so, yeah, that was great. And then over the years, like, he died last March, so 21 years.
Dang,
yeah,
that's a long time.
I met him a couple years before I got the job, though, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, he was and he talked a lot of shit too. So like in the beginning,
he was
like
intimidating, like you said.
In the beginning, it was hard. He was hard on me, but then once, I worked really hard. So like, once I started producing the goods and like, he started seeing the magazine was improving, I kind of won his respect, and like and then from there it was like I was always coming up with like ideas that involved him. So like King of the Road or whatever, he loved it, like because he likes action, you know. He likes to be in the center of things. So like we had a great relationship, and like it was
that's which I wanted to get into, King of the Road too.
It was super cool, yeah.
So who started that? How did that?
Me.
You did?
Yeah.
That was you?
Uh-huh.
And then what? You just had a concept like a scavenger hunt?
I used to do it a much simpler version with my friends. Like
local
type. Yeah, we would do a road trip and we made a video. This was in '99.
Really?
And it was real simple. It was like we all pulled tricks out of a hat.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do the trick by the end of the trip and film it, you had to get your ear pierced, like a hoop earring. So that was kind of.
That's kind of. We need to bring that back. That's funny. I like
that. So me and my friends, and we would always brainstorm on stuff, and my good friend Chris was always coming up with great ideas. So at some point, I think it was 2003, I was like, Jake, I got an idea. Here's what I want to do.
Is that when? Oh yeah. That's when it started. Huh?
Yeah. So that was, and he was like, yeah, let's do it. Like no doubt about it.
That's amazing.
So we did it. Many years.
The first year was 2003?
2003. Yeah.
And that's when Zero went on their run? And
no, they were not till the next year.
Who won the first one?
Real.
Real?
Yeah. Then next year.
I remember everything after, like with the Zero, that's when I started remembering everything.
And then Zero won 2004, 5, and 6.
Yeah, and you guys had to like shut them out.
We're like, all right. I think they were ready for a break anyway.
Tommy lip-siding, Rails naked. And
dude, it just got to where no matter what we put in there, it got crazier and crazier every year, and they would always do it. So every year you're trying to outdo yourself, you know.
So let's go into that. What's the craziest you think trick someone did, or like someone that? How would you say that? Like,
I mean, the craziest tricks. Like I remember Jake Duncombe did a cab kickflip over a 6-foot spine.
Oh,
that. Yeah, like that was super crazy. Tommy ollied 20 stairs naked. He lip slid at 18 naked.
Didn't he break his board when he ollied it?
It could be.
I think so.
It was like a skyline.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Dude, what else?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to ask. The craziest challenge.
I mean, the challenge,
they kickflip on boards.
They went off the end.
They do those weird.
Dude, oh, that one was crazy. Nigel did kickflip 10 stairs and landed on top of another board and rode away. Like, I didn't think that was possible.
If you showed me that when I was in middle school, I would have blew my mind.
I didn't think it was possible, and then that was the thing. You just kept putting crazier stuff in, and they kept doing it.
And landing it.
Yeah.
It's
so like
the level how it goes.
Dude, and then like just most of like the like antics and stunts, like, dude, I couldn't believe what people were like towards the end, like Evan Smith, like
he's wild.
He's like eating dog turds, like he was like going crazy.
Jaws,
you know?
with the pooping too,
dude.
Like, in the van.
And the thing was, is a lot of that stuff we didn't even put in there. Like it would happen, and then the next year we'd try to like, okay, well I guess we gotta make, like, this was beyond our imagination of what these guys would do, you know.
So are you guys still continuing that?
Yeah, we did the TV show from 2016, 17, and 18, and the last season came out in 2019.
Yeah.
And then we did not get renewed for a 4th season, which was a bummer. But you know, I didn't think we were going to be The Simpsons anyway. Like I didn't think we'd get 20 years.
Yeah.
So.
It's a great idea though.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool. So we found out, and we're like, let's just chill, regroup, see what else we can do.
Yeah.
And then so then in March, Felper passed away. So we had other things. Yeah. So we had other things to focus on, and just kind of figuring out what we want to do. And but you can't kill it. We'll be back. You should be.
We'll
be back and do it.
Amazing.
It's okay to let it, you know, I think it's okay to let it breathe for a while. We actually did. We took like 2009 and 2010 off too.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, because it was just like.
It's too much.
It's
like, how do you back that up?
It's just, you just don't want, you know, it's like, it's wild. So you don't need to do it like constantly, you know, you just wear it out, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I think by the time we do it again, there'll be a whole new crew of kids who are fired up, who want to do it. And, you know, I just, like, getting to do the TV show was really cool and a cool learning experience, but it's not like, oh, we're TV stars now, you know? We're doing what we're doing regardless, you know?
Yeah.
So.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So, if you want to answer, is there any like favorite person that you like to work with as a pro skater?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Is there like an easiest person that you would want to say?
I tell you what, Tommy is one of my favorites, but really? in the beginning he wasn't that easy. Do you remember why?
Tell me.
He would just get so fired up, he'd do the trick while you're still setting the camera up.
No, yeah, and he'll do another one, and
And I'm just like, over here like fumbling with the flash, and he's rolling away, and I'm just like, ah.
No structure at the beginning, huh? Yeah, Tommy's a wild.
But Tommy's one of the greatest of all time. Let's see, man.
Yeah, give me one more.
I mean, getting to work with Lance Mountain.
Yeah.
My childhood hero.
Yeah.
What an honor.
You, huh?
What an honor, yeah.
Yeah.
To get to like, you know, get to spend time and become friends with those people and realize that they're as cool as they looked.
Yeah.
When you were a kid.
You don't want to meet your
sometimes they're not so cool.
Yeah, you're an asshole, man.
You know?
I don't like you no more.
But you know what's the biggest thing is now the kids I work with now are all the coolest.
Yeah.
You know why? Because skateboarding is so big now that it doesn't matter if you're good. If you have a bad attitude, you're a dick, you don't get hooked up.
You can be really good and be a dick, and you're not gonna go.
And now, like the kids that you deal with, like the kids who are making it in the van and on the trips, like they're all cool. They're just like cool kids that have it figured out. And now, like, we got women skating with us.
That's a good point.
You know, we got LGBTQ skaters, and it's just like everything like just feels cooler and cooler. You know, and there's like. And it's not like the tranny guys versus the street guys anymore. Like everybody like skates everything and respects what people do. So, I mean, it's just like I feel like this is like a golden age of like of skateboarding, and like the kids are like and plus they know me, you know, like they know who I am. So it's just like like they
want to be around.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. They're fired up, enthusiastic. They're not complaining.
No little vibes, you know.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So
the new generation,
yeah,
is a lot of hope, you know.
And that's great because before you would have a little bad vibe kind of people.
It was clicky, you know. In the '90s, it came out. It got real clicky and
politics, I would say, kind of.
It always will, but I think for me, where I'm at, it feels real cool.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So how about any like worst skater to work with?
You know, I'm sympathetic to these guys.
Okay.
Because I mean, if I was 15 and people were giving me a lot of money, telling me I'm the greatest, and like I don't know what I would have been a disaster, you know.
That's true.
You know, so
That's
like
true.
with the kids, I'm pretty sympathetic. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like you know, let these guys grow up. It's hard to grow up in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and you're in front of the camera growing up.
You know what I don't like? I just don't like where people make it seem like it's cool not to try. You know?
Yeah.
Like snarky, sarcastic, like negative, like we're here, we're going skating, like let's do it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not, to me, it's not uncool
Yeah.
to be fired up.
Yeah.
In the best situations, it's like everyone's fired up. It's fun to try. It's fun,
Yeah,
and the
that's a
people,
great
and
point.
there's always those guys that
That's
are
a
like,
great point. Listen,
there's always those guys that like, they sit on the sidelines. They
Cool guy.
talk a little shit,
Mhm.
make you feel weird.
Yeah.
When you get excited, they try to make you feel bad
Oh,
about
what?
it.
You're hyped.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's just like, fuck that. Life's
Yeah.
too short.
And
You know.
we should be hyped, like you said. You know.
So, but I don't deal with too many people. There's really not too many people like
you
that.
would say?
No.
No, that's great.
Nah. I like, you know, so other than that, it's like,
All right. What about this one? Worst injury you ever seen?
oh,
Let's go there.
oh my God.
Let's go there.
I seen a couple KO seizures.
Yeah.
Fuck
You want to say
that.
names or leave them out?
I seen James Hardy,
Yeah.
back 50 in Muirlands, soaped the rail.
Oh my.
Double
the
foot.
ghost one.
He just put 2 shoes on the rail, coconut, and then had a seizure and was on his back, and his head was banging against the ground.
How'd you guys get out of that situation?
We had to cut the fence open. I mean, we had to, and we took him in an ambulance. He was okay, but I mean, hitting your head is really scary, you know.
And I remember that fall. What was that? Ride the Sky trailer or something like that.
Yeah, and then one of my buddies, he's a filmer. This was like 3 summers ago.
Oh,
He's a really good skater, and he flew out on a feeble, sat on his leg, and his bones came out of his leg.
Both or one? One leg?
On one leg, and his bones came out his shin. And I'm in there trying not to like let on what's going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that's my joke. I'm like, I seen your bones, dog.
Oh my
I seen your bones.
And you're trying to like calm him down while his bones are like all out. Like,
his bones are out. He's like, how bad is it? I'm like, whoo.
That's the worst one. If your friend asks you how bad it is and you know it's horrible.
It was a hilarious. It was an insane turn of events. So his bones are out.
Yeah.
And then we're in downtown Chicago, and we go to the downtown Chicago ER, it's a rough emergency room.
Yeah.
And I'm straight from the photo shoot. I got my camera on me, you know, and we have to go wait with him in the examination room with his bones out the whole time. And we're holding up like a sheet so he can't see it. We're like, hey, so yeah.
Are you serious?
Because
you could faint, huh? You could.
Dude.
You could, yeah.
And here's what he asked me. He goes, do you think they're gonna have to give me a shot? And I'm like, they might, but you know. So finally they take him out to surgery, and I come out of there, and it's the whole waiting room, and there's this tough looking guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I got my camera out, and I'm not even thinking about it. He's like, yo, and I'm like, what? And he goes, you snapping pictures of me? He's like, I'm this whatever gang.
He banged on you?
He goes, I'll kill you, you white bitch. And I'm like,
in the hospital?
Yeah. And I'm like, woo, and just like duck and leave the ER. I'm like,
I was gonna ask you the next.
And me and my buddies get out, and we just died laughing.
Imagine getting beat up by him.
I'm in there with my friend's bones, and then I'll kill you, you white bitch. Yeah, so that was the worst one.
I was gonna ask you the next question. That's funny as hell. You say that.
So far, that was the worst injury I ever saw, but it's a funny story though.
So the next one I was gonna ask is the most gangster moment you've been in skateboarding, like, because I know you travel everywhere. You've been Oakland, you've been everywhere, like.
You know, I feel like you can smell it coming.
I feel like say you had the most, like, something might happen right now.
Knock on wood, I've never had a gun pulled on me. I've seen them.
Yeah.
I've never been robbed at gunpoint.
Thank God.
Dude, let me think.
Because I've been in random situations.
Yeah.
So I know you've been skating way
yeah.
longer than me, so.
You know.
Nothing. Everything.
Never got my ass kicked. Never been robbed. Like, I've had like the car broken into.
Yeah.
But usually,
window broken.
Usually, like, you see it. It's getting dark. A bunch of young men show up, you know, and like
making a scene, getting loud, or whatever.
Yeah, or it's more just like, you know, it usually starts with like, can I have a cigarette?
Oh yeah.
Or like, you want to buy some weed?
What do you guys have? Yeah.
Yeah. And but I don't know. I try to honestly. I feel like we've been lucky, but also like when you're skating and you're doing something like that, I think you get a different kind of attention from people.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
But whatever, it could happen. It could happen today. You know.
So you never been robbed, nothing?
Nah.
That's great.
I've heard like all the stories though.
My board jagged. I've been choked out. Like
I've heard all the stories.
And it happens.
Maybe I'm the first one over the fence. I don't know.
Bro, I think the camera and your vibe. You must be like a peaceful talker, cause.
And a lot of times I'll try to disarm people. Like if I think, you know, if you feel like you're really like in somebody else's neighborhood.
Yeah.
I'll be friendly. A lot of times people like to pose for pictures.
Oh, that's
you know?
right, yeah.
They'll be like, "Yo, get me," and you're like, "All right."
So it diffuses the situation.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, and you know, like.
I can see that though. I can see
But
that.
you never know if they got your number. Like,
yeah, if it's your day, it's your day. It's like your camera's gone that day. Your camera's gone.
It'll be like.
Because hey, I can always buy a new camera.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because we had cameras like back in the day. I remember the VX. We had those Jags or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. You know when it's coming.
You ever have one? Oh, you didn't never.
I never really filmed.
Ever film, huh?
No, I just shot photos.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to ask you, what's the craziest Tommy Sandoval story that you got for us?
Okay.
What do you got?
Let me think.
I know King of the Road. You got covers and interviews. I know you got all that. So.
Yeah, I mean. Everything about Tommy is just insane. Like, people might not remember that when he won some prize money, so he's like, I'm gonna get the nicest car you can get. Yeah. What kind of car is that? A limousine.
Oh, what did he paint on the top of it?
Rasta flag.
Like, that's not the most noticeable car. Like, cops are gonna
driving through National City with a limousine with a Rasta flag smoking weed.
And a car full of people in the back. Like, there's like 10 of us in the back. Oh my God, the limo! Remember, didn't he try to like ollie over it or something?
Yeah, he ollied over it. I took a picture for his interview.
So it was like a prompt.
In his prompt.
Yeah, I remember that interview. That's amazing. Look at Tommy.
I forgot why was it the prom?
Didn't he leave some girl or something? Like,
there was some prom story. I can't even remember.
Like he stood her up or something like that. He did.
I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, me either. I know like he stood somebody up or something. It was
that one was funny. This wasn't even my story, but there's a funny one from Tampa.
Yeah.
Back before he had a lady, and but they go there with Sinclair. This is Sinclair's story, and they go to Tampa, and Tampa's wild.
Yeah.
Ybor City is wild.
Really?
Dude. So every night they're going out. They're going to the club. They're going. This is like full like spring break, white trash bonanza.
Oh my God. He's loving
and so
it.
like the first night he meets up with some girls. Like he's out. Yeah. He shows up like a minute before his run, like sweaty, lost his shirt, like up all night, takes his run. Meanwhile, Josh Harmony is in Tampa the whole time doing his thing.
Yeah.
And he's like a Christian kid or whatever. And then on the ride to the airport, he's like, they barely get Tommy back, and they're like, and he goes, Josh goes, Mike, I don't ever want to come back here. This place is trashy.
Really?
And Tommy's like, Mike, I want to thank you for bringing me here. This is the best time I've ever had in my life.
Dude, how old was Tommy? Was like 21
I don't know.
or something?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
He's like, this is the greatest time I've ever had in my life.
Young Tommy was, oh my God, something else.
So that's,
man.
you just get a little vision.
I love that.
But dude, I'm trying to think. I gotta think of some good ones, because there's been a bunch where it's been like, let me think. He would always make up like, he would have. Well, the thing about Tommy, he liked to be insulted when he was trying to trick.
What?
And that's like not my personality.
Yeah.
You know. But he
Call
would,
me a bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, you're not a bitch.
It would be so he would do it with Lanny, and he'd be like, he's like, call me a bitch. You're a fucking bitch. Fuck you. And then try the trick.
It's like he had to get the anger in him, and then he'll do it, and then look at you like, yeah, and you're like, I knew you could do it, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
But he had to hear that though.
At the Buster Bale at the San Diego triple set.
Oh my God.
So we get there, and a Canadian dude starts throwing out the frontside flip. A popular Canadian pro.
Really?
And you just see Tommy go. So when he lands, he's like, fuck you! That's because somebody not from San Diego dared to frontside flip the triple set. So he just needs
I love Tommy.
He just needs an enemy.
You think I'm a bitch?
Yeah. Call me a bitch.
What?
You're a bitch. Fuck you!
That is the greatest. It's weird because like he'll jump down the 20s there and then be like, call me a bitch. I'm like, you're not. Like, this is scary right here.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, so that's a peek into his mind a little bit.
That's how he makes the magic.
He's the best, man. Yeah, he's one of the greatest skaters of all time.
Amazing, and his personality, everything. Shout out to Tommy Sandoval.
Yeah, Tommy. Love you, Tommy.
Sure. Shout out, boy. So let's get. I think I got one more.
All right.
One more. Let me see. Oh no. Okay. Let's see. So have you ever been locked up or in jail for skateboarding?
I'm the biggest nerd. Are you kidding?
Nothing.
No,
you don't got no criminal record?
I've had to go to court a few times for criminal trespassing. That's as bad. Sure. That's a misdemeanor, so that's as bad as it got.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So you never done time like a weekend?
Dude, I'm so.
You never been down south and got hemmed up? Nothing?
Dude, I'm such a square. I'm so disappointing.
You've been, because you've been in the game for so long.
I'm such a square though, man. I don't know. I just get lucky.
No fights?
No. Dang. No, that's the thing too. And like not like.
Never, how about that?
Like
you never almost wanted to fight a skater? Like disrespected you?
No, I get mad. You know, I've never
nothing personal.
I've been in like only like accessory to a fight, but like I hate violence.
Cause I kick somebody.
I hate violence, and like you feel so. I felt so stupid afterwards.
Yeah.
And no,
because it comes with it though, because you know how we are.
Yeah.
We're all loud and rambunctious.
Yeah.
And you put alcohol.
You know what? They might just see me and go, whose weird dad is this? I don't know. I'm lucky.
And then you got the camera too, so it's like, hey, take my picture.
Yeah. You know, too, also, like, when things get real wild, I'm going home.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'm going to bed.
You're shutting down.
Like on tours, like, wow, we did it. And it's like, I was watching Cops at 11, you know?
So you're not at the Tampa little parties with Tommy? You're in the hotel or what?
I've been married for almost 20 years.
Oh, you keeping low key.
I've got kids, and plus it's just,
you're smart.
You know how you're wired. You're wired for one thing or another. I'm a square.
Yeah.
I'm a square, but
that's good. Though.
I can't fake it. That's who I am.
That's great. And that's what makes you.
Yeah.
Fucking goat. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, like I was a compliment to Jake.
Yeah.
Because he was larger than life, and like I'm, you know, it's yin and yang.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I don't feel weird about it. It's just, yep. And it's funny too, because there's been guys that I met when they were younger, and I didn't really connect with them. I don't think they knew what to make of me.
Yeah.
And then when they got older, we like had a connection. It's almost like I mean, I couldn't, even when I was 25, I couldn't relate to like a 21-year-old like hell-raising pro skater with a ton of money and like smoking all the weed and like, but then when they were like 32 and like, it was like, oh, we kind of connected.
Now we
you
can
know?
talk.
Yeah. So yeah, I was old before my time.
When did you have your first kid?
35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then second at 38.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many do you have?
Two.
Oh,
Two
nice.
girls.
2 girls?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's beautiful.
You have kids?
Yeah, I have one.
Nice. What? How old?
4.
Nice.
About
Congrats.
45, thank you.
Congrats.
So I know what you mean, because like it leveled you out like a lot. So
Yeah, and you just have different perspective, you know.
my friends are different. The people I talk to, hang out with. 'Cause
Yeah.
oh, you guys are still wild. I have a daughter to come home to.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, you can't.
I can't.
You cannot be hung over with a baby. Are you crazy? You'll make that mistake once.
And the breakfast in the morning, you're like, oh,
Dude, hung over with a newborn? Like
Oh,
you're a psychopath if
Yeah.
you want to do that.
There's no.
You just lose. You get the fear of God so quick with a baby.
Yeah. Oh, the infants are crazy. When they get older, it's easier, but when they're young, oh my God, that's.
You just are like, phew. How do I avoid this
'cause
situation
they can't do
again?
anything. They're not walking. Their necks, all that. Oh my God.
It's good though. Good for you. It's good to live
cool to
live
see.
for somebody besides yourself.
Yeah, because you know how selfish we are growing up.
Woo!
As kids.
I still am.
He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. I'm trying.
He's like, I'm trying to get better. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? All right, so how important is a hard copy of Thrasher magazine that you'd want to keep around? Like, do you want to keep that art form around? How important is that to you?
Yeah, I mean, the print magazine is super important. It's the heart of what we do, and we will always do it. I understand that that media is going to be constantly changing,
Yeah.
But like we're excited. We're not fighting change. With everything new thing that pops up, we
Yeah.
figure out what's something cool we can do, what's fun. You know, like I'm not closed off, like waiting. You know, I don't know. I'm not averse to change.
Yeah.
That said, we're gonna make the magazine. You know,
And
we're gonna keep making it, and for people that want that experience, it's gonna be there. And you know, you think about it like this: it's like the Rolling Stones probably sold a lot more T-shirts than records.
Yeah.
But the heart of it is the art. You know, the art of is the music and the community.
Yeah.
And so like that's like home base. The magazine is home base, and the people
Just
that
the
make it
open
and the people that make our videos, it's like a team. And like there's all the skaters who feel like they're Thrasher guys. You know, they're part. And Thrasher women, like they're part of the team, and that's what we got to build. But like, I don't think it'll take a while for the thrill of getting to be in the magazine to wear off.
Yeah.
Because I know
that dream is still always there.
I just dropped the new mag off to Louis Lopez, and he was so fired up.
That's
you know,
amazing.
and that makes you feel good, and like, also, you got to mark history. Like, skateboarding is really young. You know, like, I mean, are you gonna go back to a website in 20 years and go, oh, remember the website? 2002, that was a great year for the website. Or remember those memes?
Yeah.
The 2010 meme or whatever.
And you
like,
know how many magazines I still have in my room?
you just have to, I mean, it's in some ways it's a duty, you know, but you make it because it's gonna be there forever. So we're lucky because we get to diversify and keep our business going. But
you can do both. You're still running.
We're doing both. We're doing all of it.
And then you're still running the online.
Whatever the next thing is, we're doing that too.
That's amazing.
You know,
because some people just want to stick like, oh, I made DVDs. I'm not going to the new
internet.
It's like
you can't be precious about it. All you got to be precious about is skateboarding. And you just have to stay in the game. You always have to pay attention. You can't be up in some guy in the office like doesn't know who people are. Like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta live it. You know, just get out. You know, and like. And if you're not doing it, you need to make sure your guys are doing it, you know? Because, you know, it's like there's certain responsibilities that will take you out of the streets, but like, you just got to build that community and build that network and keep it going. And like, we've all seen like skate brands, like, it's because everybody gets old. Nobody wants to put new energy into it. So Jake gave me a shot, and it's my duty to give other guys a shot. Like Louis Elliott and Rye Barris are two of our younger guys. They're amazing skaters. They're, you know, and it's just like, I'm stoked. Like, it's more fun. You know what it's like. It's more fun. It's just like being in the van. It's more fun to be with people who are fired up. You don't want a bunch of old grouchy assholes.
Yeah. And it's like these people are trying to prove something, you know. And the names are just like, I'm here because I'm here because I'm here, you know.
Yeah, you just want to keep it fired up, keep it fun, and like, that's the heart of skateboarding right there. Is just being out.
So where do you see Thrasher in 5 years?
Well, 2021 is our 40th anniversary.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
So 81 to 2021.
That's nice.
So yeah, I mean, I think we'll be still. I think we'll still be leading the skate world as far as media, and I think we'll have a lot of new people involved.
Yeah.
And if there's a new thing that's the way to share skating, we'll be doing that too. And you know, I think people, as much as skateboarding is mainstream, I see every day people that are really invested in the culture and really invested in the history. Dude, yesterday I was at Linda Vista. There was 2 kids dressed up like 1983.
Really?
With the boards, the outfits, everything. Like, kids, like, now's the time.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
That's dope.
You want to learn.
And skateboarding is like
you want to
that.
learn
We're
handstands.
So yeah.
You want to hit the ledge. Whatever you want to do. So it's just gonna
be. The rails on the board now. They're bringing everything back. I like that.
In 5 years, for sure, though.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many more women and girls destroying it.
They are already too.
You seen those? You seen them? You seen a 12-year-old girl backsmithing a rail? Like,
what's that little one? Am I saying it right? Rami? What's her?
Issa. Yeah, Rami Issa, I think.
Oh my god! Like, I would not want to play her skate.
There's gonna not Rami Issa. Sorry. I got my name totally confused. Issa. Yeah, cut that. That's a kid I just interviewed that was in Baker 3. No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No, I know who you're talking about. She's the girl that
Brazilian.
Yeah, she did the heel flip in the pink tutu.
Yes.
Shout out her.
What's her name?
Whose name escapes us.
But yeah, shout out. Damn, that was
shout out to the girls and the women. But yeah, they're gonna be killing it.
Yeah.
They're gonna be going. They're gonna be going crazy. So that's what I'm in for sure. Mark my words.
All right, so what do you say to a young, inspiring photographer, a kid in middle school, high school? He wants to be the next Michael Burnett. What would you, 3 tips or characteristic traits to just tell them, like, what to do?
Okay.
To lead up.
Number 1, you have my permission. You have the permission to do it. Nobody says you can't do it. You have permission. No matter what level you are,
That's amazing.
Go ahead. It's on.
It's
on. There's no crossing guard. And
that's nice. I like that.
Number 2, if you're doing it, you're doing it. Do it. You know, you do it all the time.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is.
Commit.
You're doing it. Like the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours. Now's your time to put your 10,000 hours in. And then you know,
that's the one you'll leave them with.
I would say that. And then number 3, be diligent and reliable. Like, handle your shit, you know? Be somebody who is reliable, who doesn't flake out. Because 80% of success is just showing up.
Yeah.
If you show up, you're there, ready to do it, you're the guy. Because most people are C students, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's amazing.
And then particularly for what I do, I think do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why I'm where I'm at today is not because I'm the world's greatest photographer. It's because I like to take pictures, I like to write, I like to do design, I like to make a magazine, I like to throw contests, I like to come up with dumb TV show ideas. Like, I like everything.
Yeah.
And I try hard at everything. If I was just I'm the photographer. I can't write that.
Yeah.
Like, and the kids, I don't even need to tell the kids now because they know how to, you know, like they edit video, they can skate a pool, like it's all out there, man. And like I had to like You don't even have to go to school anymore.
That's true.
Everything's on a YouTube tutorial. I've got a kid, and a 9-year-old boy in Kuala Lumpur teaching me Photoshop. You know, like you just type it in, you're like, here it is.
And then boom, you're a photographer. Yeah.
So just do it.
So,
just do it. It's easy.
You heard it from the GOAT himself. Hey, I really appreciate it. Michael Burnett signing out. Tray Flip. This is the Trolley Stop.